Yo, family, welcome to Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. Yeah, family, so we're going to get into the second edition of Kid Carvers, Engineers of the Impossible. This is a beautiful children's comic book series from Jason Reeves over at 133art.com, 133art.com. Him and another brother named Alvin Ball, who is a tremendous writer, and a whole cast of characters over there from artists. Let's see here. I'm going to go down the list real quick. Let's see here. The writers, Art Rashid, Doche. I hope I see your name right. Creators is Jason, Kimmy Reeves, Alvin Ball, Jason Walker, Brandy Enclade, I believe is her name. And in this particular episode, we call this the Backyard Bike Bandits. So basically, and man, it's so much I want to talk about this book. Long story short, it opens with Pops driving the kids to school. And a lot of us have done that. You know, it looks like when I look at the stats from my audience on YouTube, a lot of y'all are fathers, are going to be fathers, if you're not careful. And so at some point, you're going to be driving your kids to school. Although, to be honest with you, man, if I had to do it all over again, if I had a lot of things all over again, I would homeschool my kids. Because it's just getting too reckless out there, man. You know, it's getting too reckless. Anyway, so he's driving the kids to school. They're talking about the mystery of the bicycles being stolen in the neighborhood. And so they go through, and Pops tells them, that's what happens. You know, you start off with one train of thought, and you end up drumming up some story. That's what happens when you get over 40. And, so the little kid's like, I'm sorry, Daddy, because the father had given his bike to, the son. And, they were upset or whatever. And then he's explaining, hey, listen, this is why the bike is, important to me. And so, he kind of goes through and tells a little story about how when he was a kid, he got his mom took him to, Dr. Bodrock's barbershop. But in the back, I don't know if was it a Justice League Unlimited episode when Luther walked into the barbershop and he sat in a chair and then he got dropped into this like tube and then he came out in the lab. Well, in the back of Dr. Bodrock's barbershop, he has like he's an inventor. And he's showing it right here in this little image. You can see that they're working on the bicycle or whatever. And the father had, a technical, kind of a predisposition. He liked to tinker around, build stuff. And so, there's an old saying, when a student is ready, the teacher will come. And so he was able to find, somebody to kind of mentor him in the ways of like, inventing stuff in technology. And so, the kids being the curious, sort that they are, after he kind of tells the story, which I'm not going to get into because I want you to get the book. I don't want to spoil it for you. They kind of return back to, working on the mystery of solving these bike disappearance, the bicycle bandit. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but the artist changed. The artist has changed, which I think is beautiful. It really works here. Sometimes in some other books, I've seen that where it kind of throws you off. But I think the way they write, it seems like it's a new chapter in the same book. So it kind of works. You know what I mean? Actually, it works very well. And so the kids are going to the crime scene where a teacher's bike was stolen. And apparently the teacher had fell and broke like his bones or something. And so the kids are like, how can you get your bones broken? They don't, they need to investigate. And so we go through and we see that they got some advanced technology and all sorts of kind of stuff. And then we bounce to another chapter where two people look suspiciously like some political figure that we may know and loathe. And so I'm not going to even get into that heavy. And then Mom, because the other wonderful thing about this book is that the children are in a nuclear family, for lack of a better word. They got the mom and the dad, and it works out well. This is Soapbox. This is the reason why I think the Shuri character in Black Panther works so well is because she was in the environment where she was nurtured, provided for, protected. And so she could bloom and she could blossom. And that's what these children are doing here. And so at this point, I'm going to stop checking things out. You see how the dad is putting on the mom's coat and everything. I'm just going to leave it there. I think that's powerful. That's just as powerful as anybody jumping, leaping a tall building in a single bound. Get the book for your nieces and nephews, and if you got kids, get it. Right now, as I record this review, you can get them in PDF form, which will work on your smartphone, your tablet, whatever, and you can get it on the printed copies from 133art.com, 133art.com. And while you're over there, there are posters you can get, for yourself and the kids. Jason is a comic illustrator, but he's a fine artist. And there's some of these gorgeous, otherworldly posters that he's done that's just straight amazing. This is Jonathan Soul, jonathansoul.com. Go over to jonathansoul.com and subscribe on my iTunes feed, on my SoundCloud feed, RSS, so you can hear my interviews with writers, illustrators, creators, publishers in the comic book and the sci-fi genre. I focus on the global African community. So you'll hear African folks from America, the Caribbean, Canada, the continent. I got calls out to Mars. You know what I mean? They booked right now for some reason. It's busy season for them. But I bring all of that to you because I want you to realize that there is life outside Wakanda. JonathanSoul.com. Peace.